Ukrainian soldiers have targeted Russian positions in a trench along the frigid front lines. Dramatic combat footage appears to show, as Ukraine battles against creeping Russian encirclement of the devastated strategic town of Avdiivka. In a brief clip shared by Ukraine's 108th Separate Mountain Assault Battalion, a number of Ukrainian fighters quickly bail out of an armored vehicle and reach the trench line. Several quickly lie flat close to the vehicle, with others making their way forward towards what appear to be Russian positions. The fighters exchange fire with what look to be Russian soldiers making their way through the trenches toward the Ukrainian troops. It is not clear which part of the front line that snakes through eastern and southern Ukraine is shown in the clip, which looks to have been captured by an airborne drone. Ukraine's military frequently shares snippets of battlefield footage captured by its forces. Russia's defense ministry also often publishes photographs or clips aimed to bolster support for its war effort. The grueling war in Ukraine is racing towards the 2-year mark, with few indications that the conflict could be coming to a conclusion. On Thursday, Russian President Vladimir Putin suggested that the war would only end when we achieve our goals. Ukraine has vowed to fight Russia's invasion until Kyiv reclaims all of its Moscow-controlled territory. Ukraine hoped to make sweeping gains in its summer counteroffensive, but despite reclaiming a smattering of frontline villages, progress in peeling back Russian control has been limited. Deep in the freezing winter season, Ukraine is contending with Russian troops pressing along the front lines, not least in the embattled Donetsk town of Avdiivka. Russia launched its offensive there on October 10th, sparking some of the heaviest and bloodiest fighting of the war so far. Almost daily, Moscow inches further around the industrial settlement that was heralded as a heavily fortified Ukrainian stronghold. Well acquainted with life on the front lines, Ukrainian forces successfully repelled 57 Russian attacks in the areas around the Avdiivka section of the front line in the past day, Ukraine's military said on Thursday. But Russia is gaining territory. Moscow's troops advanced southeast of Stepov, a village just under 2 miles northwest of Avdiivka, on Wednesday, according to think tank the Institute for the Study of War. Our soldiers are steadfastly holding the defense, causing the occupiers significant losses, Kyiv's military said on Thursday. The weeks between October 10th and late November had likely seen some of the highest Russian casualty rates of the war so far, the British Defense Ministry said last month. Since Moscow embarked on its offensive to encircle Avdiivka, it has sustained more than 13,000 casualties around the town. National Security Council spokesperson Adrienne Watson told CNN this week. Drone footage shows how Russians sent 2 more armored vehicles with around 20 troops thought the same area, where Ukrainians previously destroyed half of the assault unit. Ukrainian fighters from the 14th Mechanized Brigade were ready to meet them. Shortly, the first vehicle gets destroyed by the Javelin. Half a second later, the second vehicle followed suit. As you can see, the infantry was sitting right on top of the vehicle, precisely where the missile landed a moment later, eliminating the whole group. Nonetheless, the Russian commanders did not want to lose an opportunity to develop their offensive inside Sinkivka, so they sent another assault unit. It seems like they decided not to waste any more vehicles and sent all of them on foot. The assault unit tried to quickly move between dense tree areas. However, they were spotted by a drone, and the Ukrainian artillery shelled the whole area, eliminating another batch of reinforcements. In the meantime, Ukrainian forces conducted a counterattack. Instead of just firing at Russian positions, a Ukrainian tank crew decided to make sure that the Russians would not be able to use these houses on the outskirts to establish a foothold, and after damaging them with fire, they completely crushed the buildings. Overall, Russian forces continue trying to gain ground by overwhelming Ukrainian forces with sheer numbers, and sometimes it works. Nonetheless, The limited logistical possibilities did not allow the Russians to develop their success, which led to a subsequent loss of the previously captured positions. The Russian attempt to take Sinkivka seems premature because they do not control enough ground in the forest, at least in front of the settlement. Unless Russians solve the problem with Ukrainian defenses in the forest, the probability that they can capture Sinkivka is extraordinarily low.